So to whom did Mark write the Gospel of Mark? His immediate audience are Gentiles. He wrote to Gentile believers that were living in Rome at that time. And now I will talk also about the context and the date. You see, it's important that we understand his audience, because it will help us understand why Mark would go ahead to explain certain things that Matthew and Luke will just write without explaining. And now, since he's writing to Gentile audience that were living in Rome, facing persecution, there are certain things that Mark highlighted in the Gospel of Mark. But first of all, how do we know that he was writing to a Gentile congregation, to Gentile believers? And also in chapter 7, we see Mark explaining Jewish customs to his congregation. I mean, to the people that he was writing, his immediate audience, that he was writing the gospel to. The issue would be that if he was writing to a Jewish audience, there would be no need to explain Jewish customs to them. But since he was writing to a Gentile audience, he needed to explain some of those things. The other thing was when Jesus cried out, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. When Jesus cried out on the cross, Mark went on to explain what that meant. My God, why have you forsaken me? So this kind of gives us a hint that he was writing to a Gentile audience. It is believed that the Gospel of Mark was written somewhere around between 45 AD to 65 AD to 70 AD. And within that time, it is believed that Mark wrote the Gospel. But around AD 64, that was when Nero, it is believed that Nero put fire all around Rome because he wanted to come up with a new model, with a new system, with a new structure for Rome. And so he did that and used Christians as scapegoats. He used Christians to put the blame on them that they caused the fire. You see, it was easy for people to blame Christians for everything, because at that time they were being persecuted. They were being persecuted not just by the leaders, but they were persecuted by people around them because they are followers of Christ. Mark will tell us how it is important to pay attention to the cost of discipleship, the cost of following Christ. He will highlight all of these things because of the fact that he understood that these people were facing great persecution. And that's why this book speaks to us. It resonates with us because Christians today still face persecution.